Passive income is the biggest lie on the internet, not because it's fake, but because nobody tells you what it actually takes to get there. You've probably seen it everywhere. People making money while they sleep, posting screenshots of thousands of dollars coming in overnight, selling the idea that you can escape the 9 to 5 without really changing your life. And it sounds perfect. Who wouldn't want that? But what they don't show you is the months, sometimes years of work, failure, and uncertainty that comes before any of that money ever shows up. A couple of years ago, I fell into the exact same trap. I saw people making money from dropshipping, YouTube, crypto, all these different passive income streams, and I thought, how hard could it be? So I tried everything. I started an online store that made no money. I tried trading and lost money. I tried different automated systems that were supposed to generate income on autopilot, and none of them worked. And the worst part was I thought I was the problem. I thought I just wasn't smart enough or disciplined enough to make it work. But eventually I realized something important. The problem wasn't me. The problem was the way passive income is sold to people. So let's break this down properly. First, we need to redefine what passive income actually means because most people misunderstand it completely. Passive income does not mean no work. It means you do the work up front and get paid later. That's it. There are only two real ways to make money passively. You either invest money or you invest time. And in most cases, you're doing both. If you invest money, you're buying assets. That could be stocks like Coca-Cola that pay dividends, or index funds that track something like the S&P 500, or real estate that generates rental income. But all of these require capital, and usually a lot of it. If you invest time, you're building something that can pay you repeatedly. That could be a YouTube channel, digital products, online businesses, or any skill that scales beyond your direct time. But in both cases, there is always an initial sacrifice. Either you spend years building skills and creating content, or you spend years earning and saving money to invest. There's no version of passive income where you skip that phase. And this is exactly why most people fail. It's not because passive income doesn't work, it's because people expect it to work too fast. We live in a world where everything is instant. You can order food in minutes, watch anything on demand, get dopamine hits all day from your phone. So when people approach passive income, they expect the same thing, quick results. But passive income is the opposite of that. It is delayed gratification at its core. Most people start something, whether it's content creation, investing, or a business, and they expect results in a few weeks or a few months, and when that doesn't happen, they assume it's not working. So they quit. Or worse, they jump to the next thing. 1 month it's drop shipping, the next it's crypto, then Amazon FBA, then some new AI trend. They keep chasing whatever looks easiest at the moment, never sticking with anything long enough to actually see results. This is what destroys most people. Not lack of intelligence, not lack of opportunity, just lack of consistency over time. Because the truth is, most passive income streams take 6 months, a year, sometimes even longer before they start producing anything meaningful. And during that time, you're working with no reward, no validation, no guarantee that it's going to pay off. And that's the phase nobody talks about. And that's the phase where most people quit. Now, to make this clearer, you can break passive income into 3 main types. The first type is capital-based passive income. This is where money generates more money. Stocks, index funds, real estate. The advantage here is that it's relatively stable and predictable over time. The downside is that you need capital to begin with. A lot of people don't realize that to generate something like $1,000 a month from dividends, you might need hundreds of thousands of dollars invested. The second type is skill-based passive income. This is where you build something once and get paid repeatedly for it. Content, courses, digital products, online businesses. This is where most beginners should focus because you don't need a lot of money to start, but it requires time, effort, and patience to build. The third type is hybrid passive income. This is where you combine both money and systems. You build or invest in businesses that eventually run without your daily involvement. This is the most powerful form, but also the most difficult to achieve. So at the end of the day, you're choosing between 2 paths. You either learn skills or you earn capital, and eventually, if you do it right, you combine both. Now here's the part that nobody wants to hear. Passive income is boring, it's repetitive, it's slow, it's doing the same things over and over again without immediate results. It's showing up when there's no reward yet. There were long periods where I was putting in effort and seeing nothing in return, no money, no traction, no visible progress. And that messes with your mind because you start questioning whether any of it is working. But that phase is the price of entry. If you can't get through that phase, you'll never reach the part where things start compounding and becoming easier. Because eventually, if you stick with it long enough, something changes. The work you did in the past starts paying you in the present. Effort turns into leverage. Time starts working in your favor instead of against you. And that's when passive income actually begins to feel real. So what does the correct path look like? It starts with active income. You need some way to make money consistently, whether it's a job, freelancing, or a business. And then you use that to build a scalable skill, something that can grow beyond your time. That could be content creation, sales, marketing, anything that allows you to reach more people or create more value without directly trading hours for dollars. Once you start making extra money, you reinvest it instead of spending it. You put it into assets. That could be stocks, businesses, or anything that can generate returns over time, and then you let time do what it does best. You stay consistent, you keep building, and you allow compounding to take effect. That's the real formula. Passive income is not step 1, it's step 5. It's the result of doing the right things consistently for a long period of time. If you get to that point, your income slowly becomes less dependent on your time. You start to create systems that work even when you're not actively working. And that's the goal. Not overnight success, not quick money, but building something real that lasts. So if you actually want passive income, stop looking for shortcuts. Stop chasing whatever looks easiest. Pick one path, commit to it, and give it enough time to work. Because passive income is real. It's just not the version that gets advertised to you every day. And the sooner you understand that, the sooner you can start building it the right way.